McDonald's French fries from the United States. It has 11 ingredients, but in the UK, there's only 4, and salt is optional. This one has an ingredient called dimethyl polysiloxane, an ingredient that can be preserved with formaldehyde, a neurotoxin, and just happens to be the first ingredient in silly putty. This is United States Fanta right here. It's made with high fructose corn syrup, artificial dye, yellow 6, red 40, and sodium benzenate. In the UK, they have real orange juice inside, and it's colored with carrots and pumpkin. In Skittles, there's 10 different artificial dyes here in the United States, plus titanium dioxide, an ingredient that's banned in Europe because it causes DNA damage. Gatorade, here in the United States, uses red 40 and caramel color. In Germany, they use carrots and sweet potatoes to color their Gatorade. M&M has 10 artificial dyes made from petroleum linked to hyperactivity in children. Here in the United States and in the UK, they only use 1. This is McDonald's
Shalom, shalom. All praises be unto Yahweh. Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bashim, Kakadash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Most and Ruel. Shalom to the hopeful elect worldwide. And you can see there, the women going in into the witchcraft, wickedry, and unhealthiness of MacD's, man. And this is just not only MacD's, it's all these other major corporations, big or small. A lot of them are doing a lot of dirty things to just sell their product, man, because all they care about is profits. They don't care about your health, man. Yeah, and America is basically the darkest place, the darkest place that promotes these type of things in businesses and corporations. Okay, that's why they got a dangerously high obesity rate. But anyways, let's see what the scripture says concerning this. This is Ezekiel chapter 4 verse 13, and it says, "And the Lord Yahweh said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I will drive them." Yeah. Our people is the children of Israel, which is the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Hispanics, and those that scattered. Yeah. Are going to eat their defiled bread. Defiled bread mean defiled food. Yeah, bread is just a representation of all manner of food. It could be liquids, food, whatever. But it's defiled, it's corrupted. Let me go into that word, defiled. Fama'ah, or fama'ah. And it goes into unclean, impure, ethically and religiously, ritually of places, unclean, defiled, infamous, polluted, pollution, foul in a religious sense, defiled, infamous, polluted, unclean. So in other words, unclean, polluted, yeah, poisonous, you can add, toxic, you can add, yeah. So we're eating unclean, defiled, polluted, toxic, poisonous foods, and she broke it down. Yeah. All these chemicals are shooting up into your bloodstream, making you crazy, brain rot, hyperactive, losing focus, drained. Yeah, affecting your organs, affecting your private parts. Yeah, erectile dysfunction is big in this world, especially the Western world. So you got to be careful of these sugary stuff, man. Forgive me, my throat. But yeah, defiled bread represents the modern terms of what? GMO, highly processed foods, yeah, genetically modified organisms. Okay. Job 13:4 says, "But ye are forgers of lies. Ye are all physicians of no value." See? So these major corporations, the government, all this FDA approved. They are forgers of lies. They're liars. They don't care about your health. You are physicians of no value. Physicians means doctors, healers. Yeah. Okay. Giving you false information, giving you false advice. Yeah. No value, man. They're adding no value to your life. In fact, they're devaluing your life. They're causing you to be unalive sooner. Yeah? That's why you got to stay away from these major corporations, these demonic food as much as possible, man. And I'm not saying that you can't have a burger or have a soda pop once in a while, but you gotta limit those, man, and get more used to and comfortable in the habit of consuming healthier products, man. Because guess what? Even the healthy foods are getting attacked. Yeah, people out here were eating grapes with no seeds. Yeah, it's dodgy out here. You see, so you can only consume the best out of the worst. Do the best you can. Anyway, Psalms 55, verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. Yeah. So Esau Edom, which is a so-called white man, star of these elites and all these super wealthy rich who own all these major corporations, by the way, and all these franchises, such as McDonald's and that. Okay. Their smooth words is their advertisement. Okay, their smooth words is their pricing. Oh, it's cheap. Yeah, their smooth words, which is also with lies, is them telling you that it's healthy, it's 100% and it's organic. It's all BS, man. Okay, and these people, they don't get sued because guess what? They've got friends in high places and they're all a part of a cult, man, of destroying you. Okay, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war in his heart. Yeah, it's an attack. It's an attack on your mind, body, and soul. Yeah, but they distract you with the smooth words. That's why you gotta be careful. Okay, eat healthier, exercise. Pray, stick in the spirit of Yahweh Shai and endure. Yeah, but learn to cook your own food. Okay. In other words, DIY, man, do it yourself type of thing. To an extent, because it's already written in the prophecies, Deuteronomy 28. Let me just get it, man. 48. Therefore, verse Deuteronomy 28:48, it says, Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. So in other words, our enemies, our oppressors, which is Esau, Edom, so-called white men, starting with the elites, it's prophesied that they will be the owners of all things. Okay? Owners of all the industries. And if you want something, you got to go to Esau. That's the way it is. And guess what? You can don't want to put people down, but guess what? If you own businesses or you're trying to do things your own way, and Esau thinks that you're a threat to his businesses, a threat to his money, he might try to buy your company. You might, do dodgy dealings to set you up to fail. Yeah, you do anything in his power to attack you, man. How many times we got to mention Black Wall Street and all those Greenwood and also Oklahoma and all other black neighborhoods that were thriving. Esau deleted all of that, man, of the majority. But anyways, with that, you know, be wise, do the best to stay healthy and exercise and stay in the spirit. Anyways, all praise be to Yahweh by Shimashai, Bishim Kakadash, the bonus of the elders, apostles, great most and all. Shalom, shalom.